Today I'm interviewing Maisa, who joined me last year, just a few months ago, for Fluency School. And today, Maisa, you and I are going to chat about your experience. And to get us started, will you share a little bit about you, where you're from, and what you do?
Yeah, so thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to talk to you and share my experience in Fluency School to other students and help and inspire and motivate them to take this amazing course with you.
I love that. I love that. Inspire and motivate. That's awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, my name is Maisa. I'm from Brazil. I work as a doctor. I'm currently on vacation in Australia. I came here to visit my boyfriend, his family, and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know already, I lived here about a year and a half in 2016 as a student exchange. And I simply fell in love with the country. So that's why I'm here for the third time. And it's the reason that I had to improve my English, to do more things in the country, to enjoy more, and so on.
So I'm definitely going to ask you in a moment why you decided to join Fluency School, but you said you simply fell in love with Australia. And I'm curious, what is one thing that you feel makes Australia really unique that you love?
It's a multicultural country, actually. So a lot of different people, and I found my boyfriend here. He's Australian, so that's why I'm here the third time to visit him. So we plan to stay together in the future.
Excellent, excellent. So you spent a year and a half in Australia, and then last year in November, you decided to join Fluency School. Why did you decide to join?
Yeah, so it's because I was here last year as well, in April 2018. And then I came to do my placement in the hospital. But then I realized that I had a poor English, small vocabulary. I was afraid of talking to others and make mistakes. No one understands me. And I remember as if it was yesterday. I was in the library, and it was a milestone in my life, actually. I was listening to a podcast, and Foster was interviewing you in Inglês no Icru Radio. And I simply loved the way you expressed yourself, the way you explain about Fluency School course, your passion of helping and shy and nervous people to speak English. So I thought the course was made for me. It was exactly what I need that time. And then I went through your website. I got really excited that I finally found something for me. It was my next step in English. And I couldn't join the next Fluency School that was going to be held in July because I was a student. I was graduating at medical school in Brazil. I didn't have a job, so I couldn't support myself financially. And then I had to wait until November to take the course. I actually regret that I didn't join the Fluency School in July, actually. But yeah, it's a tip for you guys who are watching the video and taking to take the Fluency School, because I think the sooner the better is. So
interesting. That's a really good piece of advice. First of all, I love that you heard me listen while I was talking to Foster. I love Foster. I love his podcast and what they do. So that's super cool. Did you have any hesitations or fears about joining Fluency School? Were you nervous about anything at the beginning?
Well, as I mentioned before, I was very excited, and I was waiting for so long to join Fluency School. And I don't know if you remember, but I was the first one to enroll in the course.
I do remember that you were the first one. It was like immediate. The moment registration opened, you were the first one. It was so fast.
Yeah. So I knew that it was the next step for me, for sure.
Awesome.
But I confess that I was a little bit nervous, afraid if it would work for me, because I had never taken an online course before. So I went through your website where I got all details about the course, like how it works, when it starts, how long it lasts, and how much it costs. So it was really helpful for me. And also I watched the interviews with the other students. So I saw you helped other students, and from their experience, I could see that it was for real. Like it was not a fake website.
Yeah, that's really important. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I joined your wait list and got your free Fluency School training, which was really good because decreased my anxiety and nervousness. Yeah, it was amazing. And I just made sure that I was doing the right thing.
Yeah, I love hearing that. I'm so glad to hear that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm curious, Maisa, after the course, what do you feel like changed for you? What was the benefit?
Yeah, well, it helped me to build my confidence, not only in English, but for life.
Wow.
I was too shy and nervous when speaking, even in English, or with people I don't know, or for a big group of people. And then after 1 month intensive speaking course in Fluency School, I found many different tools and strategies to use when speaking. And it helped me a lot to overcome these fears when speaking English. And also being in contact with English almost every day for a month, specific for me, who lives in a country that English is not my first language. So it was such a great opportunity to practice English, actually.
Excellent.
And since November, I'm enjoying studying English,
That's good.
It's not, because it's not like every traditional English class that you have grammar exercise and sit down and study for long periods without having actually a conversation. And I know that it doesn't come overnight. It's about small steps at a time, and I can see my achievements and improvement in English.
Yeah, I love that. And you're so right. It is not overnight. It is a lot of small steps. It's a lot of hard work and dedication and a time commitment. So, but you did all of that, which is incredible. I have one interesting question. I'm noticing that there's activity behind you. So are you in a public place?
Yeah, I'm in the library right now.
Okay. Do you think you would have felt comfortable speaking English in the library before? Does this feel like something new for you to do that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I would never do it before.
I love it. That's so great. That's great. So my last question is, well, actually I have two more questions. Cool. The first one is, what did you enjoy the most about Fluency School, or what was really fun for you?
Well, I think nowadays everybody's too busy working and studying and doing many stuff, and doesn't find time to do things that really matters. And I was afraid to sit down for long hours doing homework or preparing for the next fluency class. But I really got surprised because I didn't need to take too much time to do my homework for the classes. And the best thing is I really enjoy doing that. So basically is because you don't need much time per day to dedicate to English in Fluency School. And Fluency School has such a great environment. You provide us contact with different people all around the world, and opportunity to share our amazing stories and listen to them. And the best thing of it is because every single class is unique, is different and pleasurable. And I saw myself traveling to different countries after every class. So I guess I have gone to many countries in only 1 month.
Yeah, I love that. And you're so right that that's part of the experience, because we get to meet people all over the world, hear their story, and see the world through their point of view and where they live and where they are. So it really does feel like getting to travel a little bit, which is super cool. Well, my last question is simple, and I actually think you've probably already answered it, but but when others watch this video, they might be thinking about joining the next course. So what would you say to them?
Well, first, I think don't hesitate in taking Fluency School, because I'm 100% sure it will worth it. Mm-hmm. And looking back 3 or 4 months ago, before I take Fluency School, I could say I would never do an interview in English like I'm doing right now with you. So it's such an amazing thing that it's possible.
Yeah.
So if you wanna go for it, take Fluency School course, do your best, and believe in yourself, because Annemarie and her amazing team will provide you with the best course ever.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love that. And I think you're so right. If I think about all the students that I've interviewed, I think they would feel the same way, that they never thought they would do a live interview that's recorded and other people are going to watch it. They would never do it in English, but here you are, and it's incredible how well you're able to express yourself and say what you want, and it's okay. It's totally okay to do it. I love it. Well, Maisa, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing all of that. Thank you for being so brave and courageous, and also really enthusiastic about doing this interview and sharing your experience. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Annemarie. It was my pleasure.
Thanks.